The Sunday school lessons for March the 23rd, 2025 are offering a sweet aroma and up in smoke. Leviticus chapter 1, verses 3 through 17. This is Audrey, and welcome to my channel, Read With Me. If you are new here, please know that this is an audio reading of the lesson and the lesson summary. If you find this audio of any value, of any benefit to you, please subscribe to the channel to help me reach the masses and to help me to continue to walk in my path. Thank you for all that you do to help this channel grow one viewer and one subscriber at a time. Verse 3, if the offering is a burnt offering from the herd, you are to offer a male without defect. You must present it at the entrance to the tent of meeting so that it will be acceptable to the Lord. Verse 4, you are to lay your hand on the head of the burnt offering, and it will be accepted on your behalf to make atonement for you. Verse 5, you are to slaughter the young bull before the Lord, and then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall bring the blood and splash it against the sides of the altar at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Verses 6 through 7, you are to skin the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. The sons of Aaron, the priest, are to put fire on the altar and arrange wood on the fire. Verse 8, then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall arrange the pieces, including the head and the fat, on the wood that is burning on the altar. Verse 9, you are to wash the internal organs and the legs with water, and the priest is to burn all of it on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Verse 10, if the offering is a burnt offering from the flock, from either the sheep or the goats, you are to offer a male without defect. Verse 11, you are to slaughter it at the north side of the altar before the Lord, and Aaron's sons, the priests, shall splash its blood against the sides of the altar. Verse 12, you are to cut it into pieces, and the priest shall arrange them, including the head and the fat, on the wood that is burning on the altar. Verse 13, you are to wash the internal organs and the legs with water, and the priest is to bring all of them and burn them on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. Verse 14, if the offering to the Lord is a burnt offering of birds, you are to offer a dove or a young pigeon. Verse 15, the priest shall bring it to the altar, wring off the head, and burn it on the altar. Its blood shall be drained out on the side of the altar. Verses 16 through 17, he is to remove the crop and the feathers and throw them down east of the altar where the ashes are. He shall tear it open by the wings, not dividing it completely. And then the priest shall burn it on the wood that is burning on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a food offering, an aroma pleasing to the Lord. A very brief summary. When we think of Old Testament sacrifices, we tend to picture one type of offering. But these first chapters go into detail describing 5 kinds of offerings, each with a distinct purpose and a distinct procedure for performing. In chapter 1, we see the burnt offering. The burnt offering was a recognition that human beings are in a sinful state, unworthy to come before the presence of God. A perfect animal was required and had to be completely burned. Furthermore, it was offered continuously, as often as twice a day, on an altar that was never extinguished. Thank you so very much for listening. Join me soon for the next Read with Me. And remember, every Sunday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, I release a new audio for the upcoming Sunday School lesson. Stay safe, and may God continue to richly bless each of you, is my prayer.